Hello everyone, welcome. This is Julie from Designsbyjuju.com, and in this video I'm going to quickly show you how to customize our brand new In the Hoop big set of pennant and bunting shapes set 1. We have 3 more fantastic sets of these on the way in the next couple of months. This set is packed with value and offers you 8 different shapes in 9 styles each, and 7 sizes of each style, and both a buttonhole and eyelet options. You can read the full description on our website on the product details page, and it will show you all the different styles, such as a raggy, bean stitch, a motif stitch, and then each of those has either a plain option, a crosshatch quilting as you see on my screen, and a stipple option. They're super easy. The download includes a step-by-step photo tutorial, and I think you will find there's many uses. There's wonderful ways you can customize them for whatever your purpose. They're awesome for celebrations, holidays, nursery decor, home decor, garland, etc. The little 3-inch size, we're already thinking of some type of a Christmas garland for our tree. In this video, I'm using Embrilliance Essentials Embroidery Editing Software, which I highly recommend. It is super intuitive and has so many great functions. Embrilliance offers fantastic support, and one of the best things I like is that you can use our BX fonts so quickly and easily to type out a name, phrase, or monogram. We have hundreds of fonts on our website that come in BX format. I've included my Embrilliance affiliate link in the video description below, along with links to the big set of pennant and bunting shapes and our cute girl dog applique, which I'm going to use to customize this pennant. I also prefer to hoop with a water-soluble stabilizer, which you'll read about in the instructions. It's that woven type of water-soluble stabilizer, and so at the end, when you're removing it after your satin stitch, you can use like a wet Q-tip, and it will not have those pokies as if you would if you had used a tearaway stabilizer. I use and love Fabri-Solvy by Sulky, which I will also include a link to in the description of the video below. So I've opened up one of our pennants in our newly released set, and this is the inverted V shape with the satin stitch edge and the cross hatch quilting. I'm moving my mouse all over the screen. So for each style, as I mentioned, you'll have the options of no quilting, crosshatch, or stipple. But for this video, I've chosen the crosshatch, and we're going to insert an applique over the quilting. So I want to do this over the quilting before I attach the back, and that's what I'm going to show you here. The principles I'm going to show you are the same for any software, and although embroidery software makes it much easier and I highly recommend it, the main point I want to drive home to you today is that you will add your design, applique, word art, monogram, whatever it is you're doing before you want to add your back when making your pennant. That way the embroidery will not show on the back of your pennant. So let's get going. So as you see, I've opened the inverted V shape, and it's just got the satin edge with the crosshatch and the buttonholes, which is what you use for your ribbon to string your pennants. Each file that you have in every single shape will have a buttonhole option or a round eyelet option. I've chosen the buttonhole option for this video. This is also the 6-inch size pennant. So I'm going to go up to File, and I want to merge a stitch file, and I'm going to grab a doodle. Let's see, I'm going to grab this little everyday dog girl and bring it into the program. And I'm going to move this. I'm going to select it and just kind of bring it here because I want to show you the align feature. So there we go. We have our pennant and we have our dog. Isn't she cute? If you look over to the right side of your screen in Embrilliance, I'm just dragging that out a little bit so we can see everything. You'll see the first object is this entire design of the flag. The second object is going to be, I'm going to expand, so it's got all the steps for the flag, and I'm going to close that. Use this plus sign. You'll see all the steps for doing the applique for the dog. but each design is a separate object. The first thing that I would like to do is align these and center this cute doggy with the flag. So I'm going to click on the icon and hold my control key so I have everything selected, and I want to go up here towards the left. You see the big question mark, let's go over a couple of icons, and you get those 3 blue lines, and if I hover over it, it says align and distribute. So I'm going to click on that, and I want the dog to be vertically aligned and centered with this flag. So I'm going to use, you can see it's kind of broken in half here. I'm going to use the vertical center and apply. I'm going to close that out, and now you can see that the dog is perfectly centered vertically with our flag, but obviously it's too low. So I'm just clicking off, and I'm just going to select our dog, and I'm going to use my up arrow to move it up to where I would like to see it on the flag, and I think that looks good to me. Great. So now we have our dog centered in our pennant. However, what you'll see here is, as far as the stitching order, it's going to stitch the entire pennant and then would stitch the dog. And we want the dog to stitch before we attach the back to our pennant. So we need to move this to where we want the dog to stitch before we go on to the final steps of finishing off our pennant. So I'm going to expand the pennant and show you these steps. The first step is an outline, and that is a placement line for your batting. And this is all in your instructions in your download. The second step is going to stitch down your batting, and then you would trim away your batting. The third step, you would lay down your top fabric, and this step is going to stitch down your fabric. The next step is your quilting. We want to take this dog and stitch the dog right after the quilting, because in the original banner shape, the next step is the step that attaches the backing. So we want to take the dog and put it after the quilting and before the step that attaches the backing. So to do that, it's very simple actually. I have highlighted the dog just by clicking on the dog icon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this up and drop it right under the quilting. So here we go. If you can see, there's some green stitching. It says Digis Stitch 4x4 Everyday Dog. And I'm just literally, I'm dragging it right underneath there. So there, it dropped right underneath there, and you just want to just follow this along. So here again, you've got your placement line, tack down for the batting, tack down for the fabric, your quilting, and then it's going to go on and do your entire applique for the dog. And when that's done, you'll go on to the next step, which would be to add your backing, do the satin stitch, and then there's this little decorative back stitch, and then your buttonholes, and then you would be done stitching out your pennant. And you can do this same thing with lettering, with word art, anything and any way that you want to customize your flag. That is the basic principle. You want to make sure that you are inserting your design after the quilting. If it doesn't have quilting, you're going to insert it right after you tack down the main fabric. So it will be either after step 3 or after step 4, whichever pennant you've chosen to do. So that's a quick video in how to customize the pennants, and I hope that you found it helpful. If you, let's go here, you want to save it. I always recommend when you've customized something in Embrilliance that you're going to want to save it as a working file. Okay, so you can go back in and continue to work, and then save your stitch file as whatever format you want, and save it to where you want on your computer so you can get off to stitching it. I hope that you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, again, email support@designsbyjuju.com, and we will be coming back actually making a flag video in a future video. So email us with any other video requests, and we will be happy to get them done for you. Thanks. Have a great day.